Welcome to Triangle Tasters. Our cooks for today's show are Kaela, Jarrod, and our tasters are Olivia, KJ, Layla, and Jamari.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Triangle Tasters. I'm your host, Aquaman, and I'm here with Kaela. Kaela, can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to do today?
Yes, so today we're going to be cooking for the Triangle Taster kids. I'm going to be cooking meatloaf, and Jarrod, you're going to be cooking?
I'm going to be cooking a steak, egg, and cheese sandwich.
That sounds good.
does.
First, I'm going to be prepping everything that I'm going to be using. The first thing that I will be prepping is the sauce. The tomato sauce comes with crushed tomatoes, and then we have some tomato paste, we have some tomato sauce, and then we have some green peppers, yellow onions, and the seasonings that I'll be using. So first I'm going to just put everything over there.
Now, what kind of seasonings do you use? Is it like a family recipe, or you just make it up as you go?
I just kind of make it up as I go, but I try to keep everything minimal as far as the seasonings that I use, just so that it doesn't overpower, because the ingredients that I'm going to be using are already kind of bitter with the tomatoes. So yeah, I'm going to be putting that in. Oh, and I forgot the garlic as well.
Garlic's a must.
Yes.
And what's the plan with this asparagus over here?
The asparagus is something that I'm going to be using in just a moment. It's going to be the sides for the kids, and then I also have some potatoes as the sides as well. Sweet. Okay, so I'm going to be prepping the sauce first that I'm going to be using. That's going to be on top of the meatloaf. So I'm going to grab my pan here. And to that pan, I'm going to add the garlic that I'll be using and the bell peppers and the onions. And that's going to cook first with some olive oil. It's okay if it's being mixed in because it's all going in the same pan. I'm going to do about 2 spoonfuls or so. I don't really measure, but you know, sake of the video.
Because she just knows.
Yeah.
She just knows what she's doing.
I just know what I'm doing. You either get it or you don't, you know? So yeah, just kind of eyeballing it here. And then I'll be adding the oil to that to sizzle on the pan. And like I said, these will be cooking down before I add the tomatoes, the tomato sauce, and the tomato paste. You're not going to have it at a boil or anything like that. You just want it to cook down on like a medium.
So let me ask, what made you want to do meatloaf today?
Well, with Nyanda, who is not here with us today, but she was talking about how I always worry about my meatloaf, so I thought I should actually make it for the kids so that y'all know that I can actually cook, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, real good meal that can show that I can cook.
Meatloaf is how you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to let the people at home know what's going through your head.
Right.
There's the oil there for you, by the way.
Thank
if you need
you.
It.
And then for seasonings, I'll add that in just a moment.
Awesome. Very good. How long does it usually take you to make that sauce?
The sauce doesn't take long. After this cooks down, it'll take a couple of minutes, and then once the sauce like heats up, that's that.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I actually add some of the sauce in the meat mixture. So yeah.
It's broken.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit. So right now I'm going to be seasoning the meat while that is actually cooking on the stove. So I'm going to add my turkey meat. You can do whatever meat you have a choice, but I like turkey meat. I know some people are used to ground beef.
That's what I was going to ask you. What made you want to do turkey meat instead of ground beef?
I stopped really trying to eat red meats as much. So that's why I transitioned into using turkey meat, and it actually came out right. So I was like, well, I can keep using it, you know?
Okay.
So I'm going to season. I do not have any measurements, you know, a couple of shakes here and there. That's about it. So I have garlic powder. I have some thyme leaves. I'm going to do a little bit of cayenne pepper, not a lot, but this is just for flavor. It doesn't add any salt to it. You don't want to over salt your things, so that's why I'm starting with the seasonings that don't have
I like
salt.
to keep it low sodium.
Yes, low sodium, especially for the kids, you know. Don't want to overpower them. High cholesterol at an early age. Then this is onion powder. This is onion powder. I'm going to mix while I have this up there.
Can you, let's tilt it, make sure we show everybody, see what's going on in that bowl.
Just a little.
It smells good. I know most of you probably can't smell it, but it smells really good.
Does it?
No, I just said that for fun. Just lying to everyone.
So I'm going to use some Goya. This just has a lot of herbs in it already, so that's why I also like using this. Again, not a lot of salt in that.
Herbs?
Yes, herbs. That's what I said. Herbs, whatever. And then black pepper. Don't you just love these? I feel like I'm really like, you know, Gordon Ramsay when I do this. Like, he would be proud if I was using that right now.
The pepper?
Yeah. Like when you go like that, you know?
Yeah, I guess his standards are low.
Yeah. Okay, and then I can hear
Not
my
a lot
onions.
of salt because low sodium.
Right. And then next, I'm going to add a piece of bread to it.
Question.
Yes, your question.
Why?
To be honest, I just see my mama at it, so
You don't know what it does? You just like saw mama do it, I'm gonna do it too?
Yeah, exactly. And I only use the middle portion. I don't use the edges. Can you close that for me, please? Can you close that for me? Thank you.
Yes.
So yeah, and then also after that, I'm going to add an egg into it.
Why?
That's for it to stick and to get that meatloaf form.
My bad. I didn't know.
Just a little bit of bread, like one piece is fine.
Not as experienced as you are.
Yeah, I understand that. You can put that, you can eat that later. You know, we don't waste food over here.
Marquette, you hungry?
And then I hear my
you,
pan sizzling, so I'm about to just come over here real quick so I can make sure, because you don't want garlic to overcook or to burn, because then it has a bitter taste. And I'm actually going to go ahead and add my tomato sauce, turn this down a little bit.
Now, are you waiting for your onions to brown?
No.
Or, no, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't want them to brown or anything.
Because they're going to cook more in the oven anyway.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, so the tomato sauce and tomato paste, we're kind of creating our own tomato sauce. We don't, you know, use the already tomato sauce that's in there for the meatloaf.
Okay.
We like to give, you know, some type of homemade effect to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So could you give me an estimate just for the people watching at home? How long would this take to make?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, and then
At
how
the
long in the
max.
oven?
So in the oven, it's going to be an hour on 325. That's what I do. And in that hour, after 45 minutes or so in between that time, I take it out and I add my sauce back onto it.
Okay.
So I'm going to get my egg. Throw this in the trash real quick. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Whatever.
Mixing that in, and then I'm just gonna let this sit until the tomato sauce is done. I'm gonna add these diced tomatoes. It also has crushed tomatoes in it. You can use whatever, like if you don't like, I've seen like no salt added. I've seen the ones that already have garlic in them or any type of seasoning. You can use whatever you prefer. So I'm just adding in my tomatoes into the sauce. And then I'm just going to let that cook for just a moment or so. Everything is going to be cooking in the oven anyway, so it doesn't have to really be overcooked. This is just so that it can go ahead and be mixed in.
Okay. Now, when you were a kid and your mom said that she was making meatloaf,
Yes.
I mean, what was your first thought?
Well, first, I didn't know there was any controversy against meatloaf. Like, honestly.
Well, there's not, but, you know, I mean, there's two different reactions, right? Like, hey, we're getting pizza for dinner versus I'm making meatloaf.
I don't know. I mean, I've always had a mama that can cook, so whatever she wanted to make, I was happy about that. Then rather than eating out, because eating out it just starts tasting the same. So I never really had nothing against. I didn't know if it's anything against meatloaf. At least not the way my mama cooked it.
So you'd rather have your mom sleep over a stove than order a pizza?
Yeah, honestly, I would. I honestly would. So yeah, but yeah, I'm just gonna set this to the side for a moment and then just let that cook again. Okay, so while that's cooking on the oven, we're just gonna go ahead and prep everything else that I'm gonna be doing for the meal. I'm gonna start off by cutting up the potatoes. I'm so sorry that knife is in your face like that. So yeah, I'm gonna just cut them in half, and then all I'm gonna do for the potatoes is boil them, add some salt into the water and some butter as well. Nothing too special for the potatoes, really. I'm just gonna keep those simple. Cause for the bacon, not the bacon.
There's bacon?
There is bacon. For the asparagus, there is bacon. So, you know, a little meatloaf, asparagus, and bacon. We're just going to try to keep it simple with the potatoes.
See, whenever I had meatloaf at home, we would only get the meatloaf. We didn't have
Really?
sides with it. Was sides a common thing in your family?
Yes, I always gotta have that starch and that vegetable for my sides. I always have something. Normally the kids get this little special thing with the potatoes, because normally I'm getting that Idaho bag and I'm just putting it in warm water. You don't even know what an Idaho bag is?
I'm assuming it's a bag of potatoes.
Right, so yeah, I'm just gonna throw these in the pot and that's it. All right, so now that I have the potatoes prepped and I'm about to put the meat in the oven, basically, but before I do that, I'm gonna be grabbing my tomato sauce that I've made. And something that I also just followed behind my mama, because I don't know why I do this.
Okay.
I'm going to just add a scoop of the tomato sauce that I made. This is with the bell peppers and the onions. Maybe just a little bit more, just to kind of get, a little bit more in there. And then I'm going to mix it all together. After that, we're going to be setting aside the remaining sauce for when, like I said, you take it out and put the sauce on top to give it all that meatloaf effect. And yeah, this is just mixing in. It breaks up a little bit more after you've added the egg, because as you know, when you add an egg to a meat, it like clumps up together, but this breaks it up back more. And now we're about to put it in the meatloaf pan. I would suggest a meatloaf pan so you can get that whole, meatloaf effect. I've put it into a flat pan before and it didn't work out, so I wouldn't try that. So if you can go, spend a couple of dollars and go get you a meatloaf pan. And I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna cover this with some aluminum foil. Just scoop all of that in there. These kids look, these kids look real hungry. Y'all eating? I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I know y'all eat. No disrespect to the parents. So yeah. Just gonna put that all up in there, and I am going to cover this with foil. And then, like I said, I'm gonna put it in there for an hour, and in between that hour, when it's close to being done, I'm gonna take it out and add the remaining sauce on top of the meatloaf, and then I'll let it cook for another about 15 minutes on 350. So yeah. Take this off of that hot stove. And now while that is cooking, I'm going to be prepping my asparagus, the bacon wrapped ones. So for the asparagus, it's really simple, and then these are going to also be in the oven as well. I'm going to cut the ends off. Oh, I'm sorry.
Where you want it, fam?
Right there is fine.
Okay.
As you can see, there's some right there. But I'm going to cut these, the ends of them. I just seen people do that. You don't gotta. I felt like you was about to ask a question.
I'm just observing.
I felt like you was about to ask a question. So I'm gonna take the bacon.
Why?
Because I like bacon wrapped asparagus.
I've never had it. Is it good?
Yes, it is. It gives that whole restaurant effect. You know what I mean? I should have my own restaurant. If Gordon
Really?
Ramsay wants to sponsor me.
What's on your menu at this restaurant? Meatloaf is obviously the first one out there.
Right?
Do you ever wonder where to find happiness? For me, it's often in the little things. Like the
Alexa, shush. Alexa, stop.
Who
Stop.
called Alexa? Who called her?
No way.
You called her. I'm pretty sure you.
Back to your regular scheduled programming.
It's okay, because that was definitely out of pocket, Alexa. But anyways, so what would I have in my restaurant? I would have some crab stuffed shrimp. I've cooked that before. That was really good. Also meatloaf, like Jarrod said. And then, maybe for an appetizer, we'll put his steak, egg, and cheese up there. Just for that family effect in there. You know what I mean?
No, I'm more of a main meal kind of thing. But let's get those into the oven. These kids
Wait.
look hungry. What?
Garlic powder and sea salt. Please do that for me.
Okay, on your asparagus when you make it at home.
Yeah, cross-contamination. Go ahead. Get the garlic powder. Sprinkle some.
you're
of
actually
it.
gonna make me do
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
This is a
please.
thing?
Please, and thank you. Because we don't want, the asparagus.
Are you gonna
not
tell
have
me when to
seasoning.
stop?
Yes, I will, I promise. Just sprinkle it along the whole thing. I'm going to rub it in some. Yep, and then get the salt.
Okay.
You got to be a helping hand
I didn't
here.
realize I was also helping cook this meal.
You can have your little touch into it. You know what I mean? Okay, that's enough. Thank you. You don't want to give them high cholesterol, like I said.
They're healthy. They run around every day.
Do they? I would imagine you guys being on your iPads all
They're
day.
nodding their head yes and telling me yes.
Okay, so
I don't
these
think
are
you
gonna
know
go.
them.
Whatever. These are gonna go in, and as you can see, that beautiful presentation for about 15 minutes on 350.
Good. All right, guys, it's my turn. This is going to be, yeah. This is going to be a Michelin star meal. Are you ready?
Michelin star, 5-star.
Yeah, you ever heard of a Michelin star? We're gonna blow past it anyway.
Okay.
That's what all the fancy chefs get
Oh,
when they
wow.
have a good restaurant. So what we're gonna do is I'm making a steak, egg, and cheese sandwich. That's what we're gonna start with. So we start with our bread. Now, a lot of people start with their bread in the toaster. I'm not a huge fan of that. So what we're gonna do
Okay.
is we are going to grab our butter and we're gonna
Spread that up there.
spread that right
Show them
on
spreading that. That's just real chef-like.
there. Yeah. Probably could have used a butter knife and not a chef knife, but
That's okay.
it'll work. So we're gonna put that side down. And then we need to do our other side. Good.
Yeah, you can put a little bit more on that side right now.
Yeah, I see it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Didn't realize we were on Master Chef. Okay.
Just helping you out.
That side down. Knife's gonna go over here, and then this is going to go on the stovetop, and we're gonna let it brown on there for maybe 4 or 5 minutes just to get a good color on it. Okay?
4 or 5 minutes.
Yep, that's all it needs.
Okay.
Nice, short, and cool. Okay.
All right. And what's your temperature on, just so they don't burn their bread?
4.
4.
I'm on
So like
4.
low, medium.
Yeah, a little bit less than medium.
Okay.
Because you,
I like
you
that.
don't want to get distracted by doing something else, by making your meat ready or anything
Right.
like that.
Right.
Okay, so next thing we need to do
Right.
is going to get our steak ready.
Okay.
Move my steak over here.
What kind of steak is this? I got you.
I think it's the kind that comes from a cow. I'm not totally sure though.
Now you know it's different cuts of a steak.
There are. I think it's a skirt steak.
Skirt, so
Yep.
it's thin.
Yeah, it's really thin. I'm going to pull it out here in a second once I get a good little bit.
Okay.
I hear some of us aren't a fan of steak.
I mean, I still like steak, but I just try to eat less of it, you know? It backs you up.
Because it backs you up.
It backs you up too.
No, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, that's just going to be our first portion
Okay.
for the
that's-
first sandwich. I'm going to give a little bit more because it's not...
Right.
These kids are growing.
Right, they are.
They are growing. Okay. A little bit more.
Okay, let's move this
Okay.
to the side.
You know, I wasn't this involved in your little
I'm
thing,
just trying to
so-
help you out.
You know, it just doesn't feel like that sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
Okay,
you.
so that's our first portion of steak.
Okay.
We're going to pepper it first.
Don't you feel like Gordon Ramsay doing that?
No.
No? Bobby Flay?
Which one's Bobby Flay?
You don't know who Bobby Flay is?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Can't say that I do. Pepper, and then we're gonna salt it because I like salt.
Yes, we love salt. Not cholesterol high salt, but we love salt.
Then we're gonna salt that bad boy right here.
Okay. You salting it up.
I mean, more seasoning the better, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where did you put the garlic powder? It's right there.
Almost didn't leave none for you.
Stingy. Okay. So that's all good. That is our first part. I'm actually going to flip it over as best as I can. It's not going to go well. And then we're going to smooth it out so we can season the other side.
So those are just your 3 seasonings.
That's all I do. It doesn't take a lot.
Okay.
Because then we are also going to throw an egg right on the top of it, and that's going to be seasoned as well.
Okay.
So you don't want to go too crazy. You don't want too much pepper, because then you're gonna bite down on a peppercorn. It's just it's gonna throw the whole thing off.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna put this in the frying pan after I check on my bread and make sure that's good.
You gonna put this on the other side?
No.
Okay.
I'm in control.
You are. I'm sorry.
So yes, as soon as the bread is done browning, I'll check on that here in a moment. Steak's gonna go in, and then we'll add cheese, and then I'll start on the eggs.
Okay.
All right, let's do that. Let's see how everything's going. We're gonna smash it.
What?
You heard me. All right. All right, bread needs a little bit longer.
Yeah,
So we're gonna flip that back over until it's nice and brown.
Butter's melted.
Yeah, butter's melted. We are gonna turn it up a little bit, maybe 5, close to 6.
Okay.
Have my meat there and ready
All right.
while we wait for our bread.
Sounds good.
Just clean up here a little bit.
Are you mocking me?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm just cleaning up. Is that allowed?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely
Oh, thanks,
allowed.
Mom.
Are you guys excited for this meal? Well, 2 meals.
Yes.
Yes. You guys are ready to eat? You look very hungry. You look very hungry. Have you ate today? You haven't? We're gonna feed you. We're gonna feed you good. Jared, you gonna go first? Or you think I should? Because I feel like if I go first, they might not want to eat no more.
I'm hungry.
You
We hungry.
Is there anything that you guys seen that you might not have been a fan of, or you were a fan of?
Snake.
Question.
You don't like steak.
Okay, I like steak, but when you pulled it out, I was like,
That's going again.
It's a different cut though. It's very thin. You know what I
You
mean?
don't like the texture of it? What's wrong with it?
The way it looked.
The way it looked gross when it came out of the
gotcha.
package.
Yeah.
That's
How do you like your
but
steak?
it's gonna taste good.
How do I like it cooked? Medium rare.
Medium rare.
Medium rare.
Do you guys even know what that is?
No.
No.
It's halfway pink.
Okay, you know your stuff. Are you gonna be cooking with us next time?
I don't know about that.
Yes.
All right, guys, I just finished doing my sandwich. I've got the meat pretty much done in the frying pan, and then I've got my eggs cooking right now as well. So as soon as that's done, we're gonna come out here and we're gonna assemble this masterpiece of a sandwich. And I think we're just about there.
How are you cooking the eggs?
Eggs are gonna be over easy, so, excuse you. So I'm gonna flip them real quick. It should be a quick flash, maybe 5-10 seconds, because we still want it to run. We still want to run a yolk. So we're gonna do that real quick, and then we should be ready to assemble.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that real fast.
And as soon as Jared gets ready to put his sandwich together, I'm gonna be showing you guys my meatloaf. My famous meatloaf. At this point, it's gonna be famous. Isn't that right, Jared?
Famous in your restaurant.
Yep, in my future restaurant. Give me about like 5 years.
5 years? Just do it now, you got money.
Who?
You.
So you like your eggs to be...
I'm having trouble flipping it.
Oh.
See, we should have pulled this out in the first place.
I'm sorry, I had a little
I don't
slow
know
moment.
who set this place up, but we should have had this out there.
I mean, we're not gonna say any names, but it wasn't me. So okay, flipping eggs.
Yep. You know me.
They still together?
Barely.
You find that funny? No, I'm joking.
Okay. Just gonna let that sit for a second.
And
Go
what you
ahead.
gonna do with this cheese over here?
It is going to go on my bread.
On your bread?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it gonna be melted or no?
Take that off the heat. Turn that off. All right. Here's how we're gonna do. So, we're gonna do cheese first. My hands are clean, I promise. Cheese first. Cheese first, and then some steak.
Did you almost touch that?
It's not hot.
Oh.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, you know what you're doing.
Yes, ma'am.
I won't question you anymore. I'm just gonna watch. And while you guys are looking at that, I'm gonna be taking out my meatloaf. And these asparagus look done to me as well.
Kayla, what's the plural of asparagus?
There is no plural.
Asparagus?
No, it's just asparagus. Are you guys ready to see this aluminum foil come off? Yeah. You said that quick.
You're the parents. Yeah.
Woo! You see that?
It's red.
Yes, it is red because it got tomatoes and ketchup on it. It got a little oil in it, a little fat. You can drain that out.
I'd rather eat yours than his.
Whoa, these kids don't got no filter.
No, they don't.
They do not. Okay, so
It's
you're gonna
okay.
take those out. But Jared, yours looks really good. If we're going to like,
It's okay. You know, it could be better.
Okay, I would eat his. I just eat that one instead of that one.
What's wrong with that one?
I would eat that more meat.
And these
Oh,
asparagus.
so you picky. is
Did
what
you
you're
say you
telling
like
me.
bacon?
You getting free
You see
food
that
and you picky.
bacon?
Brutal.
It is sizzling. It
Can I
is.
take it off the asparagus?
You can once you eat. You can.
That right there for now.
I'm taking it off.
You don't like asparagus?
Going to flip
I like asparagus. I just don't eat bacon.
and
I like the
flip.
Oh, well, you can take that out. You like the ends?
All right.
All right. So look at that. Isn't that look at that precious presentation right
Yeah, you
there?
gotta be careful because you don't want that egg to crack too soon. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So we're gonna plate these for the kids, and then they're
Yeah.
gonna eat.
They gonna eat,
They gonna eat
and they're probably gonna roast my sandwiches. But as long as I beat Ray, I'm fine.
as long as we beat Ray.
All right, everybody, it's all assembled on the plate. Visually, what do we think? How do we feel about what you're seeing right now?
I feel like
Okay.
I feel like it's gonna taste good.
Excited? Excited?
But I feel like it might taste good. Oh, but it doesn't look tasty. Especially this.
So
Okay.
it looks like it might be tasty, but it might not be tasty. Is that what you said?
Especially this.
Okay.
Okay.
The potatoes I don't know about. I don't eat potatoes.
So you don't eat potatoes.
Okay, I
Not like that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I like the presentation. It's just I don't eat bacon, so I probably might not eat the bacon, but I would still eat it.
You don't like bacon?
I can't. I don't eat bacon. I don't.
Okay.
I don't eat
Okay.
bacon.
That's totally fine.
Dig in.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Taste it.
I'm going for the
Mmm.
potatoes first.
The potatoes are good.
Tastes like mashed potatoes.
Okay, it tastes like the
Even
ones
though
that my
it's not
mom would
bad.
make for like Thanksgiving. They taste good.
You got the mama compliment. Let's go.
I told y'all.
I like it. It's juicy.
Okay.
They do go. Maybe they.
How did you feel about the potatoes?
Good.
They were good? Okay.
You can tell they're good for me because they're all gone.
Are you just focused on the bacon right now? You are? Okay.
That big.
This what you call it? Meatloaf. I like it. It's juicy.
Okay.
I like the ketchup
Okay.
on the top. Tastes better than I thought. Not that much people's meatloaf is good and juicy. It's all dry.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is really good. This is really good.
You like the meatloaf?
Is it really, really good, or is it just really good?
It's like really good. If you had a restaurant, I'm just gonna order the meatloaf every single time. Because it's so good.
Thank you.
There's one to bash my sandwich. I feel it. Oh, it's gonna be rough.
Put it in your hand. Well, too late.
Right when I pulled it out, I'm like, oh, that looks awful.
The asparagus when I bite in, I'm trying to think.
Dang,
Is it
The
crunchy?
outside is warm, but when I bite in, the inside is like cold still.
It is?
Yes.
Oh.
I might get it. I might get it.
I'm sorry.
That's why.
Oh, man.
Like that sandwich.
Dang it. The meatloaf was good, though.
No, but I like the sandwich. It's so good.
The sandwich is good? Mm-hmm.
Because
You're the one that was.
Let's go.
I know.
You're the one. Get it.
Yeah.
I know.
Take it, Ray.
I know.
We taking this home in the bag.
This is really
Did
good.
anybody else try the sandwich
I'm
yet?
taking the sandwich last.
Okay,
That's
take your
last,
time.
okay.
No rush. This is y'all's time right
See, I feel like I'm at Thanksgiving and like everything is. This will be my dad and this would be my mom.
Aw,
It's so good. I just like more.
thank you.
The bacon is juicier than any other bacon's ever.
You like the
Juicy
bacon?
bacon.
Did you like the meatloaf? We didn't hear if you like the meatloaf.
I do.
You do.
Taking a bite of this sandwich? Okay, here we go.
We're waiting.
Did you guys hear that crunch?
Yes.
You liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like he lied.
What?
No, not you. What do you think?
I don't really taste that much of the eggs, but
You
Okay.
like Miss Thing? You like that? You do.
I don't taste that much.
Let's go!
Are you being serious right now?
I'm not!
See, I'm scared because you're right behind me.
Sorry. I'm normally not this loud.
We're gonna let you guys just enjoy the
I'll be
meal.
quiet for like 2 minutes, I promise.
Do you like the sandwich, KJ?
Yeah.
You do?
Would you order that at a restaurant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Are y'all being
you thought-
nice?
you thought you
Are
were-
y'all being nice to Jared?
I know, I feel like y'all being really nice.
If I had, I'll probably order all of this, but I'll just add the bacon into the sandwich so it can be like a.
Oh,
That's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
It really is good.
That is not a
Okay.
bad idea.
Now that you guys have tasted everything, could you do me a favor, all together as one plate? What would you rank it out of 10? 1 through 10.
1,000.
Out of 10, homegirl.
25.
Again,
25?
I'm going 1,000 because it's really good. I would eat this on a daily basis.
We have to add that up. So we got 1,025. What about you? What about you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I just like it all.
So 1 through 10. 10 being the best.
And I being like,
9.
9? Okay. Okay.
Take my sandwich out of the equation. What would you give it?
you should have the bacon.
8.
Shush.
10.
10.
Bacon.
She's my favorite.
All right. Anyway,
Okay.
AJ, your turn. What do you think? 1 through 10.
1 to 10.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Don't be too hard on us.
Don't be too hard on me. Apparently, she did fine.
I'll rate this a 10.
Okay.
10.
Oh.
Yes.
All right.
Delicioso.
Thank you.
Delete.
Jersey,
10.
thank you.
Really?
Yes.
For him,
10, really?
it's like-
Wait, from you. A 10. Really?
Okay, for
Our
me,
two hardest critics right here.
okay, I like it. Okay, before I didn't like it, but now it's like really good. Like the taste, like the texture is like really good, and the flavors like they go together. So I give it a 10 on 10.
Wow. I think we did good, Jared.
You was about to
I think we
scream.
did good.
Oh.
I think we did good.
You was about to scream.
I can tell he's gonna scream because I'm scared. I was like,
39
oh, God.
out of 40? Sheesh.
I mean,
Ray and Nyanda, you can't beat us.
y'all can't
You
beat
just
us.
can't.
You can't. This is why we're just a dynamic duo.
You know, I'm excited to see what you guys cook, but I don't think you beat it.
Yeah, me neither.
Unless you get a perfect score.
And we got almost that. Almost that. This thing
I think
down here.
I think if we took the sandwich off of her plate and then just put it on
She
someone
did
else's.
say. She did say 10. She did say 10.
She technically did.
Yep. So yeah. Well, I'm glad that you guys like the food.
Yes, thank you all for eating and tasting it. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you, Triangle Taster Kids.
Delicious.
Appreciate it. It was awesome.
Good.
It was a pleasure. Go ahead, you got it. You're the host.
All right, you guys. So we will see you guys next time in our next video with Ray and Nyanda. Comment, subscribe, and like, and all that stuff that YouTube asks you to do.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Because Aquaman told you to.
Exactly. And you gotta listen to Aquaman. Bye, you guys.
What?
Bye.
Bye.
All right.